diligence. Just make sure
Due
everything's
diligence check.
out there. Everything's where it needs to be. Like, yep. All right, we are live on the YouTubes.
Yep, got notification for the YouTube and the Twitch. Oh, right at the same time. Word.
E, say something.
Kaboom.
Kaplow.
Alrighty, we are live.
Is the Twitch good? Y'all voices coming out?
Oh wait, hold on. I didn't even get a chance
If
to
I
look
didn't
at.
mess up, I don't think I did, but
Probably did. If it's all right.
alright, bro, don't do that, bro.
Now you good. We can hear you.
Can y'all hear yourselves?
Yeah, I heard
Yes.
myself. We good. What up, Jinx?
Huh? Oh,
Yo,
holy
yo, yo,
smokes.
yo.
And the dinosaur and Brett Hitman hard glasses with the cat. Alright, we off to a good start here.
Sweet.
Uh, oh Lord.
We off to a good start here.
Well,
Alrighty.
I guess we could kick it off like this. Oh yeah! Welcome everybody to the Wrestling Trenches podcast. It is us. Your typical brethren
That's
here.
at the end of the story. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, good. What's good, guys? It's your boy from the SmackDown side of the trenches. When we smack down in the trenches, OC, aka DJ Crossblade. I'm with me right now is my co-host, my partner in crime, one fourth of the team, Mr. DMB Phantom from Phantom
Yes,
Fights.
sir.
And then from the Raw side of the trenches, we got that guy E.
Frustration ain't the goddamn war for it. This is bullshit.
Yeah, his partner in crime is a raggedy bitch and decided to forget to watch the show.
Don't be doing that. Don't do that.
That man is MIA right now. That man is watching the back of his eyelids. That man is on
That raggedy,
on
that
episode
raggedy, that
he's on
raggedy
episode
bitch.
37, season 35.
No, I'm mad. I'm mad because we could have been had this podcast done. He was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna watch the show." Me thinking that he watching the show. Oh, nah, fam. I thought it was on Peacock, knowing damn well that it's on ESPN Network. All right, for $29.99 for all three of you do the bundle. All right,
For $29.99 full of ads.
full of ads, adolescent ads, and everything else. You know damn well you know I know Peacock. All right, this man didn't want to watch it over there stalling us on our due diligence and our jobs. That raggedy bitch. It's a raggedy bitch.
We still here regardless.
Yeah, hours later, we could have had this done already, but it's all right.
It's all right. Listen, we still got lives, jobs. It's all right. But we here. But ladies and gentlemen.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, OC's having a moment. It's okay. It's all right. We're here to talk about Backlash. Backlash.
Backlash.
I just want to start off by saying this, and y'all could agree or disagree with me. I agree with OC on this one, at least for this show. In one instance only. You know what that instance is?
Talk about it.
That Danhausen match should have started the show. Like, it should have.
Called it.
It should have been. It should have started the show.
Called it.
No, don't get me wrong. Was the match entertaining? Yes. Was it a bit funny? Yes. Did it need to be at the part that it was at? Not in the slightest. Well, what you think, E?
I mean, I've had my thoughts about the Danhausen match. We spoke about it yesterday. Between the two of us, that the Danhausen match for me. We'll get to the logistics of it later and stuff like that. But like I said before, like I didn't mind the match. Like you said, it was entertaining at times, and it was somewhat funny, and The whole thing with the cloning machine and whatever, you know, all that was well. You know, I didn't have an issue with the match. Um, well, I mean, I kind of did at one point, but like I said, we'll get to all that later. But the thing with the Danhausen match is, um, so Triple H, in his typical fashion, always gives us 5 matches on these PLE / pay-per-views, whatever you want to call them. And out of all the matches you want to put on this card, when you're only giving us 5, by the way, you give us this.
Yeah.
When you could have easily had Street Profits versus Division for the World Tag Team titles, which, by the way, who were on the show, Austin Theory and Logan Paul were on the show. Cause we saw them in the match between Braun and Seth. They were on the show, but you don't give them a match. You could have easily had them versus Street Profits. Tiffany Strand could have probably defended her freaking U.S. title on the show. You know, the 6-woman tag team match that we got on that horrendous SmackDown on Friday, with Fatal Influence and, you know, Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa. They could have probably added that to Backlash. You know, Penta, you know, I think Phantom said that Penta could defend his Intercontinental Championship, maybe. You know, there was other matches they could have done, and instead you give us this.
Oof. All right.
Oh, I agree. But I just think we should have just shifted that around. Like Seth and Braun, I don't think they should have started the show.
I said that. I said that.
No, I didn't disagree with you.
No, not you. I'm talking about TKO.
You're right. They shouldn't have, like, that wasn't worth it. That should have been a free match.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a free match. Like I said before, Danhausen and Miz Kit should have freaking started the show off first. Follow after that should have been Io versus Asuka. Then the next match after that should have been Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. The match after that, am I missing any matches? Was that the World Heavyweight Championship? Chicken Sammy, yep, Chicken Sammy, and then the main event. That's how the card should have went down. But no, they had to give us bangers to start off the show. Well,
but then again, you know, just you know, from playing the general manager mode on the games, I know it's completely different. But even then, you know, that they were like, oh well, you got to have a good match in the beginning, and then you got to let them cool down so that way it builds up for the main event.
Yeah, it cooled down all right.
I don't give a fuck
to Sub-Zero.
No, like I said, was the match funny in certain spots? Yes, but we'll get into that. But Backlash.
Meanwhile, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Meanwhile, I don't know what the hell's going. I don't know what the hell's going on my neck of the woods, but right now I got every fire truck, police officer, paramedic, hazmat
people that can't cook.
No, it's not even that. It's not even at that house. It's at that house. It's down the street. Like my whole street's blocked off.
Lord.
So yeah, just bear with me. If I go mute, just know I ain't sleep. We're gonna keep it pushing.
But all in all, how y'all think Backlash went as a whole?
My bad, bro. I missed the target.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the pay-per-view went well.
I think it was way better. Like E said, I think it was way better than night 1 of WrestleMania.
Oh, I mean, listen, I said it. I was saying the same thing to my bros at the job. I was just.
What you think, E?
No, yeah, I said. I mean, bro, if you think about it, I was looking at it earlier, like way earlier in the day. The matches, that took place on Backlash, as far as the time that those matches got, they got way more time than most of the matches on WrestleMania Night 1.
Nah, that's complete facts.
Like Braun and Seth, from what I saw, Braun and Seth went 21 minutes. Trick and Sammy went 12 minutes. The Danhausen match went 11 minutes. Io and Asuka went 18 minutes, and then the main event with Roman and Jacob went like almost 18 minutes. I think it went like 17 minutes and 50 seconds. Like 10.
Which I can't wait till we talk about the main event, because I got some ideas for the main event.
10 seconds short, but yeah. But see, that's what I want though. Like, give these matches their time and let men and women go out there and do what they got to do. Like I said, not to bring back WrestleMania. We really talked about that, but um, I wouldn't mind the freaking 7 minutes of commercial if you give me an 18-minute match.
I felt
You
that.
know,
No, that's
like
complete facts.
don't give me a 5 minute match and then give me 8 minutes with the commercial. That's what I mean. Like that's not cool. Now if you give me like a 20-minute match and then give me a 7 minute commercial, I'm fine with the 7 minutes of commercial because I got a 20-minute match beforehand.
Especially if it's a good match too.
Yeah,
Take
So
your
no,
time.
yeah. So Backlash, I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good show. Out of 10, I'll give it like an 8,
I
Okay.
agree. No,
Yeah,
I agree with that statement.
like a
I can get
seven and a
behind
half,
that.
8. Yeah, I thought it was a good show.
Uh, y'all ready to get into this?
Oh yeah.
Sink our teeth into this bitch. All right. So first
These
match.
points on fatality, bro. What the fuck?
What happened? Wait, what happened?
No, Jinx is
Oh
commentating. I
lord,
think she saw
the Mortal
Nikita
Kombat moves,
deliver like a ridiculous backbreaker to Jada, and she was like, "Oh, they doing like fatality moves."
bruh.
And that's funny.
But first match of the night, Braun and Seth, and boy was they cooking off that.
No, they were chefing it up right there.
Yeah.
And they had their back and forth. Now this is where I do agree with you, E. They really should have just probably had the rest of the division versus the Street Profits that night. Would have made more
I mean,
sense.
they were there.
Yeah.
The referee is smacking the shit out of the kid.
Nah, can we talk about one thing real quick? Like,
What's up?
not that I'm not gonna call them botches. Also, I'm glad y'all can hear me because I thought I was muted for a second.
No, we can hear you.
But I'm not gonna say it was botches, but I find it funny how they would try to pull off some of the moves that was done with one of the Kenny Omega matches. Like it was like almost like a Control C, Control V type thing, copy paste type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that match was a banger.
Yeah. I
No,
completely
I
agree.
mean, there was I think one moment or two where Braun looked like a tad bit off. But other than that, I thought he did well for himself. But at the end of the day, I mean, we always talk about it. They don't do enough like live events and house shows. So
Yeah, they not
you
getting the
know
repetition in.
exactly. So eventually he'll get it down. But no, yeah, I thought this was a very good opening match. Seth was dominating at first, and then Braun ended up taking over, and then it went back and forth. Those nice sequences. I love the sequence where Seth hit the superplex, and he was gonna go for the Falcon Arrow, but then Braun hit his own Falcon Arrow.
Yeah,
Yep,
Like that
that was fire.
that was
that
lit.
was that was nice. Yeah, good near falls. Seth kicked out of a spear, and then he eventually hit the stomp, and um he was gonna go for the dub, but then Heyman comes in to distract the ref, and then Seth was like, I'm gonna grab a chair, to put more pain on Braun, and then Vision, Theory, and Logan Paul come out, and the Street Profits were nowhere to be found, which is odd.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to pop out too, but
Even though I guess I understand why they didn't come out because Seth did told them on Raw that like because they don't trust Seth, and Seth understands that. But Seth was like, "Hey, like, it don't matter if you trust me or not. I don't even trust myself, but we have the same like common enemy. Like, we gotta like work together." But then Seth was like, "You know what? But if you guys stay out of my way, then I'll stay out of your way." And they were like, "I bet." And, so due to that backstage segment they had on Raw, the Raw that just passed, I understand why Street Profits didn't come out, but um, eventually Braun got the dub.
Which he deserved. He really needed that. He really needs that
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
I agree. I agree. I mean, if Seth would have won, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Cause the thing is, I know this is not the final match. I know they're gonna have another one. Um, Probably Clash in Italy, maybe. Like this might bleed into SummerSlam, possibly. Who knows? But Seth countered a spear into a pedigree, which he always does very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went for a mega stomp, and then Braun caught him in midair with a spear. Then he hit him with another one. He got the dub 1, 2, 3. But yeah, great opening match. Great opening match. Braun looked really good out there. They worked for each other very well. Good reversals and transitions
It didn't
and
feel
stuff
forced
like
at
that.
all.
No, 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 no. Like I said, they got their time and they did what they had to do.
For two people who've been out for most of the year, they put on a good ass match.
I mean, more specifically, Braun. I mean, when was Braun's last match? I think the last
It was
match
seven. It
Braun.
was 7. It was 7 months ago. His last match.
No, it wasn't.
That's what Michael Cole said.
Michael Cole barely remember his own birthday.
That's crazy.
I think his last match was. I know he was in the Rumble, but he got eliminated early.
Yep. But then after that, he had a
I
match. It was whatever the match was before he pulled his groin.
No, 'cause I know the first match. I know he faced Punk in the beginning of the year for the world title, the first Raw of the year.
Yeah, it was sometime. It was sometime after that. It had to have been
Yeah, 'cause I think didn't he hurt his hernia after that?
something like that.
Yeah, but pretty much it's been a while since he had a singles match. So like I said, aside from like two little things in there, like I know like there was that moment where Seth tried to do a backflip over him and go for the pedigree, but they kind of messed that up.
Yeah, so it was in
And Seth,
February. It was February 2026.
okay, so yeah,
Apparently, you
like I
went into
said,
surgery for that.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he had surgery on the hernia. Um, so like I said, aside from those two little mishaps, I don't know I can't remember the other one, but I thought he looked good and it was a good match.
No, definitely was. Any extra thoughts, OC?
Sorry, it's just trying to
Yeah, we
regroup
know.
from everything that's going on. Um, I mean, as far as like I said, as far as the Braun Breakers Rollins match, that if that don't get nominated for a match of the year type of thing, like so far, like I don't know what, like that match was, it was everything you asked for. It was hard hitting, it was near falls, it was surprises, it was OMG moments. We had Logan Paul make an appearance, and I was singing to the top of my lungs to fire Logan Paul, and yeah, I mean that match honestly, for me, it was a solid 7 out of 10.
Word. Well, like I said, I agree. I mean, only thing I do kind of I wish they would have planted more seeds for, like you said, like having the profits come out or something. You
Oh,
know,
you
to,
gotta remember. So
mm-hmm.
I remember. So y'all was talking when I was figuring out why the hell my street was covered in cops and fire departments, which come to find out was a genjutsu. Nothing really happened. Someone pulled the alarm for no damn reason. Forget them. But
Bruh.
remember what Montez said. He said that everyone thinks that somebody's always there for Seth Rollins. That it's always about Seth Rollins. It's not about Seth Rollins. It's about the tag team championships. Just because of the fact, even though yes, Paul and Theory was out there, they wasn't gonna come out there because technically Rollins took care of it with the chair, and it was Rollins, and it was a match that involved Rollins. If they would have came down there, it would have been because they were still down there, but they left. That's the only reason why.
No, but like I said before, though, I don't know if you heard me when I said it, but they had a backstage segment on Raw, and they agreed to stay out of each other's way
Right.
because the Street Profits don't trust Seth for what he's done, And Seth was just trying to tell him, listen, I understand that you don't trust me and I don't even trust myself, but we have a common enemy. You got problems with the vision, I got problems with the vision, so let's work together. But the Street Profits, they weren't down with it. So Seth said, okay, fine. If you stay out of my way, I'll stay out of your way.
And then we can fire Logan Paul.
And they agreed on that.
Paul. No? Okay.
No.
No, but the point I'm making is, because here's the thing. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not saying that they made the wrong decision doing that. What I'm saying is, like, if this Monday, tomorrow, they don't do something where they're, actively, trying to build between the Profits and the Vision, then this is going to be a waste of time.
I feel like they're gonna fight at Clash of Italy.
I'm fine with that.
Like,
But they just need to
at
build it
least
up.
I'm about to say. I would say that they should have the match at Clash at Clash of Italy.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't mind that.
y'all ready to move on, or y'all got more to talk about?
Can we fire Logan Paul? Okay, now we can move on.
Get this man out of here, bro. Get this man out of here.
So then the next match was fucking Trick Williams. I'm gonna start calling that nigga Pinky.
That's some shit.
That's fucked up.
I mean, it's either that or I could call him the Boogeyman. Which one you want?
I'll take Boogeyman.
Because when things get nasty, blame it on the Boogie! Freaking the Boogeyman versus Sami Zayn.
With Elo Yachty and Trick Williams.
No one gives a fuck about Little Yachty.
So can I say something? Can I say something quick? Because this shit had me busting out tears. So I was watching before we was prepping to prepare to go live. I was watching small clips of of that match. Why when I was like the Little Yachty came out, right? Why my daughter looked at it and started beating the crap out of my phone.
Bruh.
I was like, what's wrong with Little Yachty? You don't like Little Yachty? She was like, I was like, okay, word, great talk. You don't like Little Yachty? I'm gonna keep it pushing. Back in my mind, I'm like, damn, Dale would be proud.
It's alright. But nah. I mean, all in all, it's a good match. I still have the same problem that I've had for the last couple weeks.
Sammy not being healed?
Yeah! Like, there's no point to drag it out this long.
So,
I mean, they're pushing towards it.
I mean, I feel like he's already is a heel.
No, I agree, but my problem is this. Yes, Sammy's doing some very heelish things, but they're still trying to make Trick seem like he's a heel, and he's not. Like, there's nothing that he's doing that really screams heel to me, at least as of right now. But, I could be wrong. Y'all can give y'all opinions.
So here's my thing, right? I already solidified the fact that Sami Zayn's a heel already, and his air quotes gimmick is him saying that he has fans. He has a little fan club when in reality he doesn't anymore. Like I personally believe that storytelling wise, he needs to do like a heelish thing just so that way it can just be set in stone and we can keep moving on with our lives instead of him like toying around thinking that he's already like he's still like people still love him. Reality,
but they
like
could have did that
don't.
at WrestleMania.
I know. Well, technically, the C's already started planning it last night because it was Sami Zayn that introduced the kendo stick first. Remember that.
True.
Sami Zayn faked the injury.
True.
to get a roll up. Everything that Trick did wasn't heel. It was not a heel move. So
But that's the problem that I'm having. Is because they're trying to make it seem like Trick is a heel and he's not doing anything heelish.
but my problem that's my problem right now because if that was the case, Trick would have been the one to introduce the kendo stick first. Trick would have
That's
been the one that sat there
that's
and try to.
you're reaffirming the point that I'm making. And why are we dragging this out?
No, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like why are we trying to make, oh well, like I get it. You're trying to give Sammy his descent into being a heel, but why are we keeping Trick as a heel? It's obvious the fans want to cheer him.
True.
So, like, bro, I don't even know if y'all peep this. The fact that we got a little Yachty chant during this match is wild to me.
Oh, that went mute for me.
They were chanting Little Yachty, like when they like
Oh,
after he hit Trick with the kendo stick. After Sammy hit Trick with the kendo stick, everybody was
Sammy?
chanting for Yachty to intervene.
oh, that's what they were chanting. Oh, I
Yes,
did not. I did not hear that.
yeah.
I thought they were chanting something else.
No, they were saying Yachty, Yachty, Yachty. They wanted him to come in so he can even things out.
Oh, I still don't like Yachty.
I don't like Yachty either. But again, the point of the matter is, why are we dragging out Trick being a face? They should have just did the double turn at Mania.
It's funny because I feel like I said that, and then somebody said otherwise. It's crazy.
I didn't say that. What did I say?
And I quote, "That makes no sense because in order for that to happen, the crowd will have to lean towards on the heel and turn their back on the other." And I said, yes, that's gonna end up happening because they're still booing Sammy to this day and they're cheering Trick now.
I don't remember me saying that because I remember I was down with the double turn.
All right, you wanna know how I know? You wanna know how I know you said that? On some real? Because Lil made a dumbass joke and y'all both busted out laughing with that high pitched laugh that you was doing.
Oh, I don't remember me saying anything of that because I remember I was down with the double turn. Like I remember I said it when after Trick won the title off Sammy at Mania. They could have done a double turn where Sammy just beats the shit out of Trick in front of his parents and leaves him a bloody mess.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Didn't
didn't
he
do
technically
that.
do that as a gingerbread man?
Oh
Man,
my god.
fuck the gingerbread man, yo.
No. We're not talking about the gingerbread man. We're not talking about the gingerbread man. I'm just saying, didn't he do that when he disguised himself as the gingerbread man?
No. He beat him up, but no, he didn't leave him a bloody mess. But oh my god. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say about that cuz Phantom makes a great point. Like from based off the crowd reaction, Sammy's the heel and Trick is the babyface. No one wants to boo Trick. And the thing is, if you look at the man, I mean, why would you want to boo him? But that's a different story. Um, I don't know. I just think they're trying to like. My only answer to that, to Phantom's question is that, I guess they're just trying to let it marinate a little bit more. Now, do they need to? Not really, but that's the only answer I have because it doesn't make any sense. Why they going with that notion of like, okay, Sammy's still the baby face and Trick is still the heel, but Trick has done nothing that makes him a heel.
Yeah.
So I mean that's my guess. But as far as the match, I liked it. I thought it was a solid match. I mean, obviously they got more time because at WrestleMania they only got 7 freaking minutes,
Mm-hmm.
so they got more time to really,
Cook.
um, yeah, to let them do what they got to do. And Sammy was the aggressor, and he was just laying it in on Trick and just, you know, just stomping on him, hitting him with punches, just being the aggressor, and Trick pretty much was playing the babyface. He had to make the comeback and try to and win the match.
So I saw something that during that match, and I was talking to my boy Kev about it, which I find it funny as hell because if he starts doing that, that kind of could be a cool thing. So he was like when he was stomping on the like stomping out Sammy, and he was doing like he was stomping to like the whip that trick meat and everything else.
Yeah, he was doing that.
Yeah, I was like he's like my boy Kev was like, yo, imagine him doing that now moving forward. And I was like, yo, that would kind of be a little hot though, low key. So he's stomping out nowhere talking about whoop that trick, like that'd be funny.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, at the height of the what chants, when Austin was stomping the Mudhole, people used to chant what.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, it's possible, but you know what? Let me ask y'all this, because maybe what I'm about to say maybe might finally, solidify the heel turn for Sammy and the babyface turn for Trick. But let me ask y'all this: do you think we get another rematch out of this, or they don't need to do
No,
something else?
no, move on, please move on.
They need to move on.
Because no, here's why I'm asking why. Because and like I said, this might answer your question. For the whole heel turn between Sammy and Trick, and the switch of the roles, the whatever. Cause here's what I was thinking earlier. So obviously, right? Um, there is no logical way for Sammy to get a rematch with Trick. There is no logical reason for Trick to give Sammy another match for the U.S. title. He
True.
lost clean twice.
Yep.
Yes.
He lost clean at Mania, and he lost clean here at Backlash. He tried to go for the haluva kick. He missed. Trick got him with the trick shot, pinned him 1, 2, 3 clean. So there is no logistical reason for Trick to give Sammy another shot at the title. Unless the only way I see another match happening between the two is if Sammy does something to force Trick hand, and he forces Trick to give him a title shot. Like he does something like dastardly. Like hell,
True.
who knows? Like if he beats the shit out of Lil Yachty, right? Even though I know the three of us would enjoy that, but obviously, in storyline, Lil Yachty and Trick are friends, and Lil Yachty's been helping out Trick, and he's been walking with him to the ring, and he's been his manager, his valet, whatever you want to call it. So, what if Sammy like beats the shit out of Trick? Beats the shit out of Lil Yachty. What if he bloodies up Lil Yachty, leaves Lil Yachty in the pile of his, in the pool of his own blood, and Trick is like, all right, fine, like you got your match, like you know what I mean, like something, like that's the only. Damn, what I said I was wrong. But like something that like Sammy got to do. Like if Sammy really wants his rematch, like if he wants another shot at the title, like Sammy has to do something crazy, like do something very dastardly, very evil, to then not only force Trick hand and Trick has to go to Nick Aldis or whatever and give Sammy another shot, and maybe you can make it like a no DQ, a street fight or whatever, and you can finally solidify Sammy's heel turn and solidify Trick's babyface turn. That's the only way I see it. Because other than that, there's not much else you can do if you want to have another match between these two guys again. I mean, what you think about that?
No, I completely agree. Like I said, the problem I have is the same that I was talking to OC about in our stream from yesterday. If you didn't watch it, check it out. But,
Well, y'all just ranting about SmackDown.
no, I know.
Well, that's a
The
first.
huh?
So power saving mode. I got kicked out.
Bruh. So the thing is, it's like I just don't want them to drag this on for so long that it just disappears in the wind. So if you think about it, they've been doing this little Sammy heel turn for a while at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, just pull the trigger. It's okay. We've been doing this since he lost the WWE title match to Drew McIntyre. So how long are we gonna keep this going on? How long are we gonna keep this going for? And why are we keeping it going for this long?
It's
You know
Triple
what I'm
H.
saying?
He likes to extend stories on, and he likes to start stories and not finish them.
I guess at this point. But that's my only concern, is that they're gonna do this and they're gonna keep dragging it out, and there's not gonna be any payoff.
The fuck?
Or they can keep dragging out until Sammy actually gets the championship back. But at that rate, he should hold it as longer as Chris Jericho did when he won the championship for the first time ever.
But oh, that's how I feel about it. I think they just need to do something and like just pull the trigger. It's like there's no reason to wait. Like there's no feasible reason I can think of that's gonna be like, oh well, this is the best time to turn Sammy into a heel and turn Trick into a face. Like you're not gonna get any bigger time than you had at WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
So here's my question, right? Let's just say for jokes and laughing matter, like this is it. It's done. Sammy's done. Who do you think should be next in line to get a U.S. Championship match?
Carmelo Hayes.
Ray Phoenix.
Okay, I say this with all respect. Ray Phoenix has not done anything on SmackDown for me to have my attention. And I say that because unlike his brother Penta, who's like the hottest thing on Raw, they need to show that same love and support
Well,
to him.
so real quick,
Hold on, because then the problem is this: when they link as a tag team, the only thing that's gonna be popular for fans that don't know them like that is Penta.
so here's the thing, and this is how I've been feeling about it as I've been like examining how this is going on. And I'm gonna say this in a way that it made sense in my head. It may or may not make sense to y'all, but I'll try to get us all to the same point. I feel like they're giving Ray Phoenix the Rey Mysterio treatment. And what I
How's
mean
that?
by and what I mean by that is they're giving him the, oh well, he's too small for it to be believable that he's beating people. And I think that's the difference between him and Penta, because of the fact of Ray Phoenix is smaller. He's like, you can't put him into a
Wait, hold on,
match.
hold on.
They do not do their research when they look at who they're signing.
Listen,
Wait,
listen,
hold on.
I can't
Hold
say
on,
yes
wait,
or
what
no
was
to
your
that.
point, Phantom? That he's too small for what?
No, so the point I'm trying to make is like if you put him into a match with, let's say, like a Oba Femi or a Roman Reigns or something like that, they're not gonna think it's believable that Ray Phoenix can beat that individual because of his stature. Now, I'm not saying it's
Um,
impossible, but that's how I feel like that's how it's looking to me, that's how they're treating him.
okay, but the thing is, that doesn't really make much sense in a way because who who in their right mind think Ray Phoenix is on the level of Obafemi or Roman Reigns?
No, but
Like, is he a great wrestler? Yes, but he's not on their level.
well, I
Like, so
mean,
we're not gonna see that match.
well, but that's no, but that's the point that I'm making. Like, you're right that they're not on that level, but the point I'm making is his size and the way he's being portrayed, like a second Rey Mysterio, isn't helping either.
I don't think it's got nothing to do with his size. Because in the day, I mean, Carmelo, he's not the biggest, not the tallest guy, and he's killing it. He was U.S. champion for 3 months.
True.
Okay,
It's
but
just
what? Go ahead.
my thing is because OC just said they haven't done nothing with him, right, to make him like a believable challenger, which is true, right? OC is not wrong in that. So what they can do to fix that is just showcase the man more. Like we barely see Ray Phoenix on SmackDown. Then we do, and then when we do see him on SmackDown, he's in the fucking funeral for fucking Gingerbread Man.
Ah,
Now I get it. I think he worked some matches down there in AAA. I think they got him down there and stuff like that. But it's like if you showcase the man more and and let him do what he got to do and let him get over with his talent, he's gonna be fine. Cause that's literally what Carmelo Hayes did. Like Carmelo Hayes got popular with the crowd and he got over with the crowd because of his matches. He was having these great match of the year candidates when he was the US champion. And his hard work and and his body of work and what he did, that's what helped him like get over with the crowd. If you do the same thing with Ray Phoenix, it's gonna work out. Ray Phoenix is a phenomenal wrestler. Just
Ray
let
Phoenix.
him go out there and work, and I bet you he's gonna be fine.
We're just all
Yeah.
handy dandy and all, but can we? I need something. I need to push something out real quick because I'm starting. It's starting to piss me off to a degree.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, can we stop comparing people to like? I need people like more. IWC like I need everybody to stop comparing these new talent to old talent because like. I understand the body comparison between Ray Phoenix and Rey Mysterio. I understand that, but it's like for them to sit there and try to like make him seem like okay, he's the next Rey Mysterio. No, stop it,
Well, but
He
stop
even
it.
said that.
here's the problem
No, I'm
though.
not. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying y'all.
No, no,
But
no, 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 no. We know that, but I'm saying the problem is you're never gonna escape that. That's the problem. Like it's easy to say in theory, but you're always gonna have those comparisons. It's always like, oh, who's better, Michael Jordan, LeBron? Oh, Kobe's just mini Mike. You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna have comparisons because that's how you gauge people's. I'm not gonna say greatness, but that's how you gauge people's abilities and where you think their ceiling can hit. Now, if they prove you otherwise, that's a whole different conversation. But that's how you gauge how good or bad somebody is. Like, like the best example I could give you is think about it like this. Why do you think we have the term "you want to be the Shawn Michaels and not the Marty Jannetty"?
Yeah.
Like that's how you gauge people. But I don't know.
I get that. I get that, and I'm not saying you guys are wrong. You guys not. It's just for me personally, it's like if it's not a superstar that WWE is building from the ground up, there should be no reason why we should be taking wrestlers who've been wrestling long enough. And now we're talking about outside WWE long enough, towards they're well professional, they're well seasoned, they just need to know what WWE's like. And it's like we're saying like, oh yeah, this is the Shawn Michaels, this is the Ric Flairs, this is the Rey Mysterios, this is the John Cena's. Like, it's just irritating for me only because of the fact that it's like these wrestlers been wrestling before anybody else knew who they were. They were just doing it on promotions that's not WWE based. And it's like I watched Ray Phoenix and it's like now I'll go on record and say this. Ray Phoenix would survive and would be a thrill seeker in the ECW WCW era when they were doing Lucha Libre. That is what I will compare that to. His talents will make me seem like, yo, listen, if he was back in the early 80s and 90s when ECW and WCW were doing cruiserweight stuff, he will be a fan favorite. That I will make a comparison to. But then for me to sit there and look at Ray Phoenix and be like, oh yeah, no, he's definitely the next Rey Mysterio. No, there's only one Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio did what people thought Rey Mysterio couldn't. Now it's up to Ray Phoenix to build that and be like, okay, yeah, no, I want to prove to people I can do that too. If that's the case, then it's okay. You have an argument, a discussion as far as like who did it best. But until as E and I have said before, until WWE showcase Ray Phoenix to his full capabilities and stop having him sit there and catering, I'm gonna tell them like, yo, ship them back to AEW so
which
they
is
can use them
disgusting.
more. But they used them more until they stopped.
But he kept getting injured.
That too, or bring them to TNA or NXT, something.
Yeah,
Like I'm at the point now where I'm like, bring back the cruiserweight division so they can do something.
it pisses me off too, because a guy that talented should not be sitting in catering.
No, that's complete facts.
Yeah, like that's what I don't understand. Like I hate that.
Like it's like they brought him in with no plan at all.
They brought him in because they brought his brother in. It's like, bro, no.
Here's the
Thing
thing.
is too is like
Go ahead.
it's like they don't try sometimes, bro. Cause I know who said it. Was it Matt Hardy? I don't know. I think some like old legend and legendary wrestler. So, someone said it that the reason why Ray Phoenix is not like doing as great because he's not as like popular like as Penta, like as far as like character wise, like gimmick wise and whatever.
But that
And
goes
I'm
that
like,
goes. Go ahead, go ahead.
okay, you can make that fair point, like you can make that statement, and it's not, and it's a fair point. But the thing is, like, it's like what I was just saying. If you give this guy an opportunity, maybe he can prove to you
Facts.
why,
He
why,
is what he is.
right? He is what he is.
But hold
Like
on.
at least try. Like if you try and fail, all right, it happens. Like at least you tried. But they're not trying. They're doing nothing with him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it sucks because he is so talented and he is so freaking good.
Now he is, but also too, what you said beforehand, E. I was trying to stop you though. Was what you said beforehand. It was like that right there is the reason. Is the reason why I said what I said, because it's like you can't sit here and take one person and say like, oh yeah, this is the pedestal that he's going to be leading by, and it's like, y'all don't know what this man's capable of.
Not very true. I don't know. I just feel like I completely agree with what y'all are saying. They need to book him. Then again, they just need to book SmackDown better as a whole. But
Oh
That's a
God.
whole different can of worms for a different episode of discussing the trenches.
like honestly, he could be
Which you can
having
catch us on Thursdays.
he could be having like a banger match with like Johnny Gargano right now, but he's not.
No, like, bro, I was literally telling Phantom yesterday that like the mid card scene like for the U.S. title would be so great right now if they just focus on that instead of telling me that the gingerbread man was with the freaking was with DX when they tried to
We
invade
not
WCW.
talking about the gingerbread man.
But no, but you see, but like the point is that you like that they're wasting their time focusing on something that is completely irrelevant to to like something else. Like you know what I mean? Like instead of instead of giving us a good mid card division because they have the talent there. Instead of giving us a good mid card division for the U.S. title, you're gonna put your focus elsewhere on the gingerbread man nonsense. That's the point I'm trying to say. Like you're putting your attention to things that most people don't even care about.
Nah, you was absolutely right with that. You
Like
absolutely right.
I was telling Phantom, like their mid card division on SmackDown, right? And they actually try to take it seriously, which they should because they actually have some good talent there, and they actually try to take it seriously, right? For the U.S. title, you can have. You can, like we just said, you can have a Ray Phoenix, a Johnny Gargano, a Royce Keys, um, Matt Cardona, Ricky Saints, um, Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa. That's 7 people I just named off.
Nah, facts.
I just gave you guys 7 people that I just named off.
So
Who else? I know there's more people
Ilya
that they can
Dragunov.
use. Yeah, there you go. Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes. That's 9. Look at that. I just gave you 9 names. They have a solid group of talent in that mid card position that could be great competitors, great opponents for Trick Williams and his U.S. title run.
Yep.
But you want to tell me that the Gingerbread Man was at WrestleMania 3 when Andre slammed Hogan? I mean, when Hogan slammed Andre.
Bro, when I saw that, I mean, I get it. They were trying to be a haha funny, but that was not a haha funny. That like that all that all the way around pissed me off. The fact that we had a Friday Night SmackDown to where the main event of that show was a freaking gingerbread man suit.
You know.
Bro. Like,
No,
bro.
forget no. Stop, Phantom. We had a whole ceremony over a gingerbread man suit. Just for this man, Little Yachty, to go ahead and pull his inner Undertaker that he'd been dying to do since he was a little kid, and then raised up for him to give that sinister smile that Vince McMahon gave Hogan when he was busted up and bleeding at WrestleMania 19 in that street fight, just for him to whack him in the back with a kendo stick. Like, let's move on, guys, because I'm not doing this.
We've been on this shit way too long.
Listen, I don't need a rant right now. I don't need a rant. But what's the next match?
No, I just want to add this real quick.
Yes.
Really, really quick. Because I was telling Phantom this yesterday. With the whole big card stuff with the U.S. title. If they want, they could plant little seeds and give us something to look forward to. Like they could have had Ricky Saints tell Trick, because they got history down there in NXT. They could have had Ricky Saints tell Trick, hey, as soon
Once
as
you're done with Sammy,
or whenever I get my shot, I'm gonna take that title from you. I'm like, okay, cool. Like Trick versus Ricky for the U.S. title. All right, great.
Ricky!
They could, plant seeds, but instead they want to tell me that I'm gonna stop.
Nah, this gonna be my last point on it, and then we can move on. If these are the type of stories we're gonna get around the U.S. title, I'd rather just see open challenges.
Facts.
I know how you feel about it, E, but I'd rather, if this is the level of stories we're gonna get, I'd rather just have open challenges.
A win is a win.
I'm rubbing my forehead right now.
Like, again, I know how you feel about it, but what would you rather see? Story about the gingerbread man dying, or them actually, like Trick versus freaking Nathan Frazier putting on a classic?
True. I took the open challenges, if you ask me.
I mean, when you put it that way, I mean, obviously it's the gingerbread man's funeral. But let me stop.
This man.
No, I mean, honestly, you put it that way. Yes, the open challenges are better, but I'm just sick of open challenges.
No, again, I get it, but listen, I'm fine with the stories if you're gonna give me decent ones.
Right. No, you're right there. I agree with you. You're not wrong in that.
But if I gotta freaking every week watch this nigga complain about a freaking gingerbread man suit, just give me the open challenge. I'll take that every day of the week. But anyway, let's continue. Look, we've been on this way too long.
All right, what's the next match, guys?
And Danhausen.
Fuck! All right, you know what?
So hold on before we start talking about this. I want to premise this the entire time. When I was watching this match with Mrs. Phantom through the whole thing, I just kept saying one thing through this whole match.
Don't say it.
And I was like, damn. OC's really gonna blow a gasket watching this match. Like, I can hear it. I was like, I can hear it now. I can hear his anger, and I'm not even next to him right now. That's all I kept saying. I can hear how angry this man is now.
Bro, I'm literally where I'm sitting in my kitchen right now is the exact same spot I'm sitting when I was watching this match. And at first I saw the Miz and Kit Wilson come out, and I said, "Oh, here we go." And I'm just like seeing Miz just standing there, looking stupid, looking like a freaking middle-aged life crisis dad. All right, it's just like, okay, this man's just trying to find any type of way to make himself relevant. That's sad. And then there's Kit Wilson. Anyways, then it's just then we went to this 1980s Cartoon Network style like backstory on what the hell happened. And then it's like, oh, and then all you see is just, Danhausen, I'm just want to be a mentor, Miz, like it's like, bro, like, okay, we get it, like they told us how the story came about, and we're like, fine. Then it's like, Miz don't want you, move on, get the head, move on, all right. Then it's just, oh, he gets jumped. Danhausen wants a match against these two hooligans, and then, oh, Nick Aldis, you imbecile of a human being. You could have just gave him anybody to tag him with. Like, hey, find out WWE superstar and you can tag him. Like, you made this man get a mystery partner. And you know what?
No, it wasn't a mystery partner. He didn't make him go get a mystery partner. Literally, what you said is what happened. Because Danhausen asked for a match, and he basically wanted a 2-on-1 handicap match, and Nick Aldis said, "No, but if you could find a tag team partner, then you have one."
I get that. Just let me cook. All right, let me cook.
No, I'm gonna let you cook, but
He just want to get this off his chest.
I mean, I'm just saying, at least be logical with the rant, brother. Don't just rant without
What
logic.
I'm getting at is that they advertise it as Danhausen and a mystery partner versus Miz Kit, all right? And it's like, all right, fine.
Okay,
and it's
fair
like,
enough.
And it's like, and for some stupid hooligan reason, out of all the people in the world, you think that would team up with Danhausen. And it's like, you think, oh, we're gonna get CM Punkhausen and Danhausen versus Miz Kit. First of all, why would CM Punk waste his Saturday dealing with Danhausen? Like, why?
Well, he did it because he knew we were going to.
CM Punk would rather watch Bret Hart favorite classic matches minus Goldberg and sit there and have popcorn versus be in the match with Danhausen. All right,
You just explained me right now. That's what I've been
like CM Punk would have rather went to a comic book store with AJ Lee, got some hentai and a whole bunch of other stuff than team with Danhausen. Like, there's so much things that CM Punk could have done, and I'm glad that it wasn't CM Punk. But what did we get? You know what? Part of me said, you know what? Just to showcase him, and just have him show his dominance again. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Royce Keys. Just on a crazy whim of, we just want to advertise this guy. This guy's gonna be the future. No, we get this stupid box. And normally when I see a box, I'm like, what's in the box? I didn't want to know what was in the box because I knew it was something stupid. And what came out? Stupid is what stupid does, and a freaking mini Danhausen. And it's like, not just any mini Danhausen. The freaking bull from the Conquistadors, the Magnificadors, the tag team with the Luchadors and all the stuff, like the actual Luchadors, not Luchadors, you know what I mean? Like the dude with the bull, the same bull that fought Hornswoggle in WLC, all right? That guy, all right? We got that guy dressed up as Mini and Danhausen to team up with Big Danhausen to fight Miz Kit. And it's like, I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, what the hell is on my phone right now? What is on my screen right now? Like, this is what we're doing right now? We were sponsoring midget wrestling and Danhausen. Like, this is really what we're doing right now. And Miz, a two-time Grand Slam champion, a multi-time champion in WWE, a first ballot Hall of Famer, if you really ask me, all right? A movie star, a celebrity TV star, man that went in and out of WWE, man that fought his way to make his dreams come true, is fighting a fucking midget. What the hell are we doing here? Now, no disrespect to Lindsay Dorado, because that's who it was. But it's like, yo, like, okay, like, this is what we're doing right now. And it's like, you know what? I get it. Like, no, I don't get it. It's fine though. We're gonna keep it pushing. But it's like, yo, like, one positive thing I could actually say about that match was that the wrestling was legit. Like, you had Mini and Danhausen like do his thing and everything else. Then we have Miz K doing their thing, whatever. And then when Danhausen actually got in the ring, Danhausen did more wrestling on this show than he did in his entire WWE career starting out. Like, this man was doing German suplexes, was doing tilt-a-whirls, was doing everything. Like it was actually like he was actually wrestling, not no cartoon wrestling. That's the only good thing about it.
Oh yeah, no, I
And
mean
there was and there was
Danhausen.
and there was freaking flying spot. There was spots. There was like Danhausen flew. I didn't know
Yep.
bats. I didn't know that bat can fly like that. Like I know bats can fly, but you know what I'm saying. I didn't know that man can fly. I didn't know that man could do some moves. I mean I knew Lindsay Dorado did moves, but you know that was him, right? But it's like Danhausen flew. That teeth keeping bat flew, and
Oh,
it behooved me.
no,
It really
nope. You know what's crazy? They did what you asked for.
they actually programmed actual great wrestling. Sorry, not
You say
program.
you say you wanted to see Danhausen actually wrestle, and they actually came.
And they actually
came
gave
through
to
for
me.
you.
That's the only good thing about this entire thing. This was actually a good match. That still should have started the open show. They ain't gonna hide the garbage. You're not gonna hide garbage with me, all right? Don't sit there and take a pile of shit and then throw a bunch of sprinkles and chocolate syrup on and say this is ice cream. Fuck out of here, though. That still should have been the opening show match of the show. That still should have opened the show. Yep, my daughter's laughing because she knows it's funny. Like that should have opened the damn show. But I will give this though. There was wrestling. Now, the fact that like all that wrestling came to an end when freaking Kid Wilson decided to shove mini and Danhausen into the freaking box to a whole bunch of mini Danhausens, the same mini Danhausens that came from WrestleMania. Sat there, how do you get your ass kicked by a bunch of midgets? That's what behooves me. You tall ass freaking flamboyant ass piece of crap. You could have sat there and kicked every little wee man's ass that came out and jump you. No, you had to act like a little toxic bitch and sat there and freaking take a beating by a bunch of midgets. And then stay there. They all ran down to the ramp, hopped on the freaking announce tables over freaking look like a bunch of Reptar minions sitting here cheering them on. More wrestling happened. There was a flying Danhausen, mini Danhausen, to Kit Wilson. Then regular big Danhausen did his big boot thing, which is like, first of all, I get it. His thing is like he's 7 foot tall and 300 pounds and whatever. You're 5'8". You probably weigh like if 210 was pushing it, you probably weigh like a $175 if you ask me on a good day. And normally I would think you would have some type of like suplex as a finisher or something. It's a boot. You use a big boot, a clown boot on top of that. Like I get it. Ever since, and you know, and E, not to steer away from the topic at hand, but E, I love the gimmick that's happening right now on First Take with him and Stephen A. Smith, because out of nowhere they cursed the Knicks and Stephen A. Smith and everything else, and everything thought that was going to shambles and crap and everything else, and then he uncursed the Knicks, but still cursed Stephen A. Smith, and then all of a sudden Knicks over here doing work.
Go
What?
New York, go New York, go. Eastern Conference Final. We going to the finals.
Like first of all, d- put that crap aside. This is how I know the NBA is rigged. Because if you're gonna sit here and talk about the Knicks on cursed and they actually doing stuff now, it's like, bro, no, they actually finally got their shit together. Actually, could be able to win a freaking NBA championship.
I
Like,
hope so.
listen, if it ain't the Lakers, I hope the Knicks would do so. That's more power to them. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the fact of Danhausen. All right, it's like this is what TKO wants to put their money on.
Yep.
This is what TKO wants to put their money on. More power to TKO, because if there's some money greedy whores, then that's their personal agendas. All right, but don't sit here and give me some type of freaking bat clown with face paint and a dude that loves teeth, and sit here and try to win me over with this crap. No. There's so much I could tolerate. There's so much I could tolerate. But this match, and you know what? Y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Y'all look at me with three heads. I give this match a 7 out of 10 only for one thing and one thing only. It proved me wrong that Danhausen proved me wrong only because that he could actually wrestle more than what he did before. That's the only reason why it's 7 out of 10. That's the only reason why. Everything else was straight shit. I'm done.
You sure?
I'm done.
Nice. You got anything else you want to add, E?
Um, what a rant. No, I mean, I think Neufeld said that Danhausen can actually wrestle. He proved it. I mean, the thing with Danhausen is he's a comedy wrestler, so you're not really gonna see him wrestle.
So is R-Truth, but R-Truth does more. And that man's old as bat. And he's still out here cooking. Versus Danhausen, who's actually literally a comedian wrestler. He is a gimmick wrestler. The day that man wins a singles championship, and I mean an actual United States IC Intercontinental Championship, I'm telling you right now, somebody gonna have to do some explaining around here. Because we just handing anybody titles now. We literally handing anybody titles now. I mean, I get it. We gave Jay Cargill the women's championship, but that's neither here nor there. We really handing anybody championships now. Now I'm just saying. Do I see Danhausen as a tag team champion? Okay, whatever. I'll give him tag team champion. I'll give that to him. But if you give him a singles championship, we really just handing out titles like Elon Musk is handing out freaking papers. Here you go. Like that's what we're doing. Like the day that man wins the oh Jesus, y'all, I'm not gonna tell the podcast. I'm telling you right now. I'll put that on everything because I'm a rant. The whole podcast is gonna be me ranting about the fact that man won a single championship. I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah, I mean the match was cool. It was entertaining here and there. It was okay, Minihausen was doing his thing, and Danhausen actually got the hot tag, and he was doing his thing. Like OC was saying, he hit some Tootsie Roll, DDT, a German suplex, a spinning Northern Light suplex. He was doing his thing, and then They put the Minihausen in the box, and you could literally see in the background the clones moving.
No, I did see that. I did that.
You saw it in the background? They were like moving around. Yeah, I saw it
too.
And then the machine goes off, and a whole bunch of other Minihausens pull up. Kid Wilson gets jumped by a bunch of midgets on live TV.
Still don't know how that happened. You're 5'7", you're 5'8", 5'9" kid. Like.
And then Danhausen hits the pump kick, and they go home. But as I said before, you give me 5 matches, and this is one of the ones you give us. It's like, come on now. But there was one point where I think, what was it? I think it was when Kit had Minihausen up in the suplex position, and he started doing his dance while he had him in the suplex position. And I'm looking at my TV, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
For what, son? For what? Why are we dancing? First of all, there's only one person, Paul. There's only one person in this world that he could wrestle and gyrate hips at the same time, and we could be okay with that. That's Big E. Pause. He's the only person. Other than that, yeah, I don't, nah. Like it was Rikishi, and then it was Big E. That's it. We done. That's it. Oh, Viscera. We not gonna talk about that. That shit was disgusting. That's it. I don't need to be like. Imagine you was a wrestler and you was put a match against Kit Wilson. We fucking him up. But he put you in a suplex. This man started swirling his hips. I'm telling you right now, forget the match. Throw the match out the window. I'm popping him in his eye. Don't sit here and hold me up in a suplex position and then sit here and gyrate your hips talking about some toxic free masculinity. Nah, fuck that. You can't. Yeah, I'm a whoop your ass like APA did Public Enemy. Okay, I'm done now.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's get to the main event, please.
Damn, the main event not yet.
Well, we talked about
just skip stuff, bro.
Well, no, I forgot. I was Asuka in Io Sky.
I mean, Phantom, you don't want to add anything to the Danhausen match?
Please,
no, not really. Like I said, it had its entertaining moments. But it just placement. A match like that You're
Start
better
the
off
show.
just starting it off, or do a
Start,
pre-show and let that be the pre-show match.
oh, literally something like anything Danhausen related should automatically start the show.
Nope, I'm
Period.
not gonna go that. I'm not gonna go that far.
What,
Because again, listen, he has been showing he can still wrestle. It doesn't have to be like I'm not saying it always has to be the first on the card, but
he shouldn't be somewhere in the middle, nor the end. The day he manifests a pay per view, I'm telling you right now, I'm quitting. I'm going to AEW.
this nigga lying. But
It's all right. Listen, give Danhausen the main event on a pay per view. Say I won't leave this podcast and join AEW and start my own AEW podcast. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
this nigga's lying.
I know somebody from TKO may or may not be listening. I double dog dare you. I dare you.
Vince McMahon listen out to you like, yes, Orion, we've been waiting for you.
Goddamn pal.
But no, like I said, hopefully Danhausen still. I doubt it, but I hope so.
If this is not over, I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna hear me rant about this for as long as freaking took the MFTs to get the lantern back from the Y6. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna hear me rant for that long.
Bruh, this man gonna be talking about this shit for the end of the year.
Seriously, bro, all you do is rant.
The next
That's what
match.
Jake said.
The next match.
Please.
I believe
Io
it was
Sky versus Asuka.
Yep, Io and Asuka.
Yep.
So are we
Beautiful
gonna
match.
address the elephant in the room?
Well, let's talk about the match first, and then we can just the elephant. Man, you rushed two things, man.
No, I was asking.
Wait, with the elephant in the room, so we're talking about the fact that Asuka's semi-retired?
Wait, listen. Well, that too, but
We talking about some ass.
no, it's just the match needed Kyrie.
Oh, yeah, I was kind of disappointed the fact that she wasn't there.
I thought she was gonna come out at some point, but
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I mean,
like I don't know.
Too,
I don't know if y'all peep what I peep, but they had one point in the match where the camera angle was like pointing at. She was in the where Asuka had Io in the submission, and they were like pointing at them and the stage. I thought it was then. I thought they were gonna have like Kyrie come running down the ramp or some shit. Just never happened.
No. Also, we talk about the fact that Io almost tapped and that they almost threw out the match.
Yep.
I had to watch that twice. I was like, oh, she tapped. Why are we not ringing the bell? L ref, what we doing here? What type of parlay is this?
Damn it, my parlay!
It's like merch coming soon.
Don't know why they fired her in the middle of the storyline, but yes, Jinx, they did fire her. They fired Kyrie Sane, that is. But I mean, the match is really good. It was a really good match. Great transitions, great reversals.
Yeah, I would say that missed shot was superb.
Just great reversals, great transitions, back and forth. It's two of the best at their craft. It was a really good match.
Oh yeah, Michael Cole was an asshole though. Talking about so when Asuka sprayed Io, but it hit the Bray Bear's notebook. He was like, "Hey," he was very smart, hella smart. He was like, wait, I noticed you didn't take any notes during for the show. Like, where your notes at? I was still. Listen, I don't want to go off rails again, but can we? I just want to give Michael Cole a round of applause. This man's been more alive for like the last 6 years than he has ever done in like ever.
No, facts.
Even when Vince McMahon was still here, this man was opening up more. Like, but yes, Asuka ended up losing to Io, but they did show it. They showed us some. They embraced. They showed us some respect, which I kind of got a little bit confused because I was like, "Yo, they hugging," and I'm like, so that's why I was saying, "Yo, like, okay, Kyrie Sane's coming back. Kyrie's coming back. They're gonna reform Damage Control or make some type of new name or something."
Sad part is I got them on my screen right now.
But it's like, but then it's like she left. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I had to go to Twitter to figure out why. And that's when they found out that she was retiring. And I'm like, damn. Then I'm
No,
like,
see, that's what I was thinking too. When I was watching, I was like, is she retiring? Like, what's going on here?
so right now they say that she's semi-retired. Like she will come back, but she's taking some time off. Which I'm like, okay. Then something told me some. Okay, hear me out wholeheartedly. Yeah, I mean, there's no disrespect on any communities in the world. I thought Asuka was a lesbian.
No, she has a whole child.
Did not know that. Did not know that. But then they also got me thinking too. I'm thinking she's like taking some time off so she could have another kid. But I'm like, I never heard her like in a relationship with a dude. That's the reason why I'm thinking she was lesbian. But then I didn't realize she had a child either. Till afterwards, I'm like, oh. So there's a lot of things going through my mind where I was just confused. To summarize, I was confusing myself to really summarize it. But yeah, I thought she was taking some time off so she could have another baby or something. I'm like, okay, everybody popping babies out here. Okay, cool. But then I'm like, you know what? I forgot she had a match with Io. Wouldn't be surprised we find out that Asuka's pregnant.
But then again, also remember Asuka's also 44.
What?
Yeah, Asuka's 44.
Yo, they said black don't crack, but that Chinese skin is like freaking
She's
dynamite.
Japanese.
Japanese.
First off, Asian people, they look young until they hit like 60, 70.
True.
Then all the age hit them at once. But Asuka's 44, so if she is retiring, I wouldn't put it past her. But it's just it's like, damn, everybody retiring at the same time, like damn near.
No, facts. The 40s, people retire more in their 40s. Well, you gotta understand too, when Ric Flair retired, he was in his 60s.
No, that nigga's retired like 7 times at this point.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like in 2008, when he had his last match with Shawn Michaels, we ain't counting the other match because that shit didn't count. I don't give a fuck. That was an embarrassment. He should have known better. When he retired in 2008, he was in his 60s.
True.
You gotta remember, majority of the wrestlers that we watched growing up, excluding the 2000s, they started retiring around their 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Like Triple H, like he's in his 50s. Shawn retired. He was in his 50s. Kevin Nash was in his 50s, retired.
Shawn was in his 40s and retired.
Shawn was in his 40s and retired?
Yeah,
That's right.
His last match against The Undertaker?
That's right. He was like 48 or something like that.
No, he was 44. He was the same age as Asuka.
44?
Yeah, in 2010, WrestleMania 26 against Undertaker, his last match, yeah, I believe he was 44. He was like 42, 43, 44. He was like around that range.
Damn, where the time has gone? I ain't behooved. Anyways, but you get my point though. It's like majority of the wrestlers that we watched growing up, excluding the 2000s, they've been retiring in like their 50, like late 40s, like 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Nowadays, these people are retiring in their 40s, like before they hit 50, and it's like more power to them because that's a strategic move right there. That's saving their bodies from a whole lot of like pain and everything else like that. Like look for example, Great Khali, he could barely walk now. He has to walk with a cane. Big Show has to like have people walking with him. Mark Henry, like he needs a scooter in order to get around places. And I'm not talking about because of his leg injury either.
No, that's facts.
Like we gotta keep it 100. Like we love our wrestlers, we love our fans, but it's like we hate to see them retire. But then you gotta look at the longevity. We want to see them live around longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like with John, right? So it's like when John Cena like retired and everything else like that. It's like what? I understand because this can't be for everybody. It's like you can only do but so much. It's like a football player. Yeah, like right. Same thing like for the football player. When a football player retires, like you gotta think of longevity. CTE is a mother lover, so you gotta.
He's Chris Benoit.
And Chris, stop.
Show you how bad that could get.
Yeah. So that's what I'm just saying. Like you just gotta. When people retire is a valid reason.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, it takes some more of a toll on your body.
You know, Undertaker,
All
prime
the
example.
all the bumps and the falls and stuff like that you take.
Yep.
Never
Speaking
too
of
much
John,
about it.
speaking of John Cena, can we talk about this announcement, this earth-shattering, groundbreaking,
Hash
worldwide
slinging, bash
slash
ringing.
like I'm not gonna lie, I was like when I got mixed vibes about this whole entire thing because at first part I thought he was talking about a draft. I was like, oh, it's going to lean towards our favor. Then it was talking about some like okay, then it's like a match where it's like people can fight to honor respect, but it's like we the fans can vote. I'm like, oh, Cyber Sunday,
That's
Cyber
what I was
That's
thinking
what I
Sunday,
too. I was
thought.
like,
Taboo
oh shit.
Tuesday, we bringing it back. But then they're like, oh, but yeah, even if the person lost, like, you still win to get their vote. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What in the reality TV?
Like, so like, there's a John Cena classic or a JCC, no pun intended, that's happening soon. So basically, it's like superstars of today fights the new superstars of tomorrow, and it's like, okay, like I get the concept, right? John had me sold completely, but it's just the mixed messages. Like, are we getting this? Are we getting this? Now we getting this? Like,
And the fact that they're making a new championship for it, apparently.
yo, I'm telling you right now, two things. One, if this title spins, I'm gonna fight John Cena.
I mean,
That's number one.
that was his calling card, so it is what it is. We continue.
I don't give a damn. I'm gonna fight John Cena. Number two, if this goes the way how this is gonna go, do you not know the type of matches that we're gonna have and lined up in our future? I'm just saying. He said Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, bro.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
For them to fuck it up.
That too.
Nope, please no, because I want to see some of these matches.
Phantom, you go first before I speak. What do you think about the announcement and stuff?
Like I said, it's not that I have anything against it.
Shit out of
Like
draft.
I agree, but nah, it's cool. I think we get. For me personally, I feel like we need to actually see what it's gonna look like before we start casting judgment.
Right. Yep. No, I agree.
Because, like, we can have our own thoughts in our head, and it could come out completely different. You know, than what they're gonna produce. Now, I personally feel like a championship is not the way to do this.
We don't
If I'm
need
being
another
honest.
trophy.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way to do this.
But
So
it's
if
something.
it- So if we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
do something like that, right? Like, have it be, like, have it instead of it being a championship, have it be like, oh, they get a chance at the U.S. title or something along those lines.
So my only thing is just getting that clearance.
I mean, but here's the thing: it's just like, you know, I'm not saying like they gotta jump from NXT and go straight into fucking a WWE title match. Nobody's saying to do all that, but like, you know, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have somebody like Javon Evans in there. That's a great incentive.
Not facts.
Or like instead of just hearing, oh, here's the John Cena Classic winner and the John Cena Classic champion, Javon Evans. Like, no, like let that nigga get a chance at the Intercontinental title because he won. You know, it's something to help push them along in their careers. Because then you could use this as a way to boost up the rosters and boost up people standing on those rosters. But again, like I said, the major problem is you gotta see it, so that way we can know exactly how this is gonna play out.
No, I feel that. Like I said, it's just I have nothing against anything of that nature. It's just the fact of like how we're doing this now, and this should have been like a December type of thing.
But go ahead, E. What you think?
So I was looking at like mixed reactions like to it. Like, you know, I know some people were somewhat excited about
No,
it.
no Sami Zayn in a water bottle.
Wow. I know some people were like somewhat excited about it. You know, like what OC was saying, like the possibilities of the matchups that you can get and stuff like that. And I know some people weren't too happy about it because, you know, I know someone said, oh, they should have just brought back King of the Ring, which I low-key somewhat agree with. Yes, they should have just kind of just brought back King of the Ring.
Yeah.
But as far as this John Cena Classic thing goes, I don't have an issue with it. You know, like I was telling Phantom yesterday, you know, they're trying to support the future and stuff like that. That's fine because we mention it all the time. They got to start working towards the future and start relying on the old talent. Start trying to put more focus on the new talent. Like the, you know, like the Javon Evans and the Trick Williams and the Obafemis and the Blake Monroes and the JC Jane and, you know, focus on the Ricky Saints. You know, focus on the new talent. Some of the people they just call up. So with that being said, I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't mind it. It's just I have two questions. Well, two negative thoughts about it. One's negative and one I just have like a question. The question is that when it comes to the title, like this championship that they're gonna win, is it gonna be like a crown jewel thing where it's defended annually, or is it actually gonna be like a new title for like the main roster or whatever? Because if that's the case, then we really don't need it because there's multiple titles on the main roster that they barely even care about. So like adding one more, it's not really gonna help. So I would assume, you know, it's gonna be an annual thing, possibly. You know, we'll see. Like Phantom said, we'll see how it plays out, see what they do. But my negative thing to it is, you know, like looking back at it and stuff like that, where John Cena said that you can lose and still get like a championship match or whatever, right? That's what here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It was letting you get
silent.
your thoughts out.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, Cena said that. Oh, you know, like you can lose and still get like a championship match out of it and stuff like that. Like if the crowd likes you enough, then ref his foot's on the ropes, break the hold, whatever.
Not bad.
You know, like when he said that, I didn't like that because I feel like to a certain extent, wins and losses should matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like two examples that I can give, right? Because, you know, as we all know, pro wrestling is predetermined and blah, 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 blah. So winning and losses don't really matter as much. But I feel like in certain situations, wins and losses does matter.
Not bad.
Like, example number one I can give you is obviously Obafemi when he faced Brock Lesnar. Because obviously everyone said that Oba should win this match because Brock has no business winning this match. Oba's the newcomer. You give Oba the win, which is what they did.
Yep.
So that's fine. But like, you know, that's an example of like wins and losses does matter. And another example where wins and losses matter is when, like, for example, you know, this is the example I was kind of coming up with to myself, like, you know, like just running this through my head earlier. So Ethan Page, right? He's on Raw and he's going after the IC title, right, which belongs to Penta. So say that if Ethan loses like 7 matches in a row, and then he says, "Oh, Penta, I want a title shot against you." Penta's gonna be like, "Bro, like, what did you do to deserve this? You've been losing matches. You lost to this person, you lost to that person. Like, you're a loser. You don't deserve a title shot. Logistically, you don't deserve a title shot because all you've been doing is losing." But now, say that Ethan Page wins 7 matches in a row. You know, just an example. If he wins seven matches in a row, and he beats guys like Rey Mysterio, you know, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, or Rusev, the people that were in that great ladder match at WrestleMania. And then he says, "Oh, Penta, I want my shot against you one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship." Then you could say, you know what? Yeah, Ethan deserves that shot. Ethan has been winning matches. He beat other valuable competitors in the division. He deserves to get a shot at the IC title. That's what I mean by wins and losses to a certain point matters, because at the end of the day, I don't know how you guys feel, but at the end of the day, you should never be rewarded for losing.
Oh, I agree.
Never.
They
You
definitely
don't.
need some kind of system in place for to keep track of things because it'll make everything easier for everybody.
Yeah, you never. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, you never. Don't tell me this man fell asleep. He fell asleep, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Sounds that way. OC.
You?
That you
Okay.
sleeping?
No.
That's your daughter.
Nah, it's Anaya.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Baby crossblade.
This man lying. He was sleeping. No, let me stop.
This man.
Um, but yeah, as I was saying, like you never be rewarded for losing, no matter what, no matter if it's sports or anything like that. Even like even in video games, like games like Resident Evil, right? When if you're playing Resident Evil and you die, you don't get rewarded for being killed. You got to redo the mission again and
Yep.
complete it.
And whatever you
Same thing with
gain.
me.
Yep. And whatever you picked up, you gotta go pick up again.
Right, like same thing with me playing Assassin's Creed. Like when I'm doing a mission and I die, I don't get rewarded for being killed and failing the mission. I gotta redo the mission, then complete the mission, and then once I complete the mission, then I get rewarded with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You never get
Exactly.
rewarded you should never get rewarded for losing. So for you to tell me that, oh, this person loses a match, but he can still have a shot at the championship, I don't fuck with that.
Listen. That's what I said. Let's let it actually come to fruition, and then we can dissect it.
Yeah.
But all in all, we're off to the main event.
Finally.
Finally, The Rock is nowhere to be found.
I
Yikes.
find it funny because there was a rumor saying that he was in Tampa, Florida.
Of course, because he lives
Um,
in Florida.
yeah, but it's like I find it funny how like no, but they said that he was like 2 hours from the arena.
Yeah,
And
because he lives
he
in Florida. That makes sense.
no, I get that, but
I,
still,
I
it's
know,
just the
I
fact
know.
of
I'm
him,
making a joke. I'm making a joke.
just the fact of him coming to the arena. I'm like, bro, please no, because last time he came to the arena, we was all on a cliffhanger trying to figure out what you talking about.
So, how y'all feel about this main event?
I thought it was very good. I thought it was a very good match. A competitive match. Jacob looked very strong in the match. Even coming out of the match, he looked very strong.
Roman got his ass kicked.
Roman did get
He
his
really
ass
did.
kicked. And, in the end, it basically tells you that, we're going to get more. Because Roman technically cheated to win. He used the exposed turnbuckle right in front of the referee. Referee didn't do anything about it, but that's neither here or there. He used he used the exposed turnbuckle, hit him with a spear, and then after the match, Jacob just kept on putting him in the Tongan death grip over and over again.
Yep.
And even though Roman, won the match and he retained this championship, Jacob was the one who looked strong. Jacob was the one who was standing tall over Roman, even though Roman was the winner of the match. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get this again going into Clash in Paris at the end of the month.
You really think it's gonna go towards Clash at Paris?
Yes, that's the next PLE. Well, I mean,
No,
there's a Saturday night's main event before that.
yes, there's a Saturday night event before that. But my thing about it is this though, it's like
But I don't think Roman's been enough for Saturday night's main event though. So I don't think he's working that show.
no. That wasn't what I was getting at. I was saying that because the fact that the World Championship was defended this pay per view, the next pay per view should be a WWE Championship, and then the week after that should be, you know, should be the review. Because like for me, it's like
Well, sorry to cut you off, but the thing, I get what you're trying to say, but there's two issues. One, Roman has been announced for Clash in Paris already. It's on his
Mm-hmm.
schedule. 2, after Clash of Paris, he has no dates as of right now. So unless they announce more dates for him to work, 'cause remember he was supposed to work June, but apparently it was an error that he was technically never supposed to work the entire month of June going into Night of Champions. So
Ain't
unless they
SummerSlam?
magically
Ain't SummerSlam? Is it June or July?
August.
sometimes in August.
August. Okay.
So unless they magically add more dates for Roman to work with, for Roman to work, his last appearance is Clash in Italy as of right now. So they got to do the match at Clash in Italy.
Now, do you think it's gonna be a one-on-one match?
Yeah, why not? Why would it be anything else? I mean, like, we mean like a standard one-on-one match,
Yeah.
or like a stipulation added?
Yeah.
I mean, based off how the match ended at Backlash, it could lead to a stipulation match, yes. Now, what it may be, I don't know. Possibly steel cage, possibly a false count anywhere,
It's gonna be a
a
submission
bra and
match.
panties match, a
Just
contract on the
name.
pole.
I beg the finest of your pardons.
It's a joke. Calm down. But
Roxanne versus Lola Vice. I'm just saying.
goddamn. Now let me stop. But yes, it could lead to a stipulation match. But the match is gonna happen at Clash of Italy.
Gonna be a
They could
submission
still do
match.
Cody and Gunther on that show too. That they could do a little bit building up to that because Randy's been gone since WrestleMania, so they need Cody to do something. Well, I mean that's neither here or there because we're talking about Backlash.
Backlash.
But at Backlash,
Backlash.
Triple H. But yeah, you know, it's going to go to Clash in Italy for sure. But what were you gonna say though?
OC.
Oh, you said me? No, sorry, I didn't hear the first part. I just heard something else. No, I mean, for me, it's like this match. Honestly, was more in your face, more like a fight than it was a match. Um, I dig the fact that he is Jacob is using like the tongue of death grip, even though it's a big no-no in the family. But it's like he's literally solidifying, saying that like, yo, like on some real, like I don't give a damn. I want everything that he has,
He
and
said
it
that
was good.
title, I liked it. I want it. Give it up.
Even after the match itself, like he went and was like, yo, like I'm letting you know this now, like you may think that you won, but bro, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Freaking
And Roman said that Jacob was
Jacob was looking at
finished.
his fingers like he ate some good barbecue.
Remember, Roman
Yeah.
said that was gonna be Jacob's last night after the match. He got interviewed.
Mhm. We'll see though.
I mean, I would like for them. I mean, SummerSlam's a while away. Um, I don't know. With this whole Roman not being there for June situation, it puts me in a weird spot. Cause like I feel like if they're gonna do Jacob and Roman, like this one should be like something where it keeps like it actually builds up to something bigger at like SummerSlam or something like that.
Mhm.
But Roman's not showing up like we
Su-
expected.
Surprise, surprise.
So I mean, all in all, it was a good match.
Oh yes, it was. It was a good main event.
Jacob needed to stop looking like he was in the prison showers, but it's all right.
I'm screaming.
But anything else I want to talk about?
I was
No.
gonna ask y'all earlier. As far as the Io and Oscar match goes, I just want to ask y'all what y'all think is next for Io after her beating Oscar. I could see Io facing Liv for the title.
We'll see.
Especially because Stephanie's hurt.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, I mean, if Stephanie wasn't hurt and she was clear to compete, we would have gotten a rematch between Stephanie and Liv from WrestleMania than the Danhausen match, to be honest. But since Stephanie got hurt, she's not clear to compete. We got Ant Danhausen instead. So, yeah, I could see Io and Liv going 1-on-1 for the title.
Well, I just need them to, again, you know, Lord, hear my prayer about them breaking up the Judgment Day.
Hear all of our prayers.
Like, you know, because then it's kind of like what you say, E. That opens up so many more challengers for Liv. Because then you got her versus Roxanne, her versus Raquel. You know.
Yeah, there's that story. I mean, that story could lead to the implosion of the Judgment Day.
Roxanne could be going for freaking the women's intercontinental title.
Yeah, isn't her and Saul Ruka going at it for the title?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that.
Like her versus Becky would be great.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
We're just three guys that host a podcast.
Yeah.
Anything else y'all want to cover?
Nah.
I do want to say this actually. This happened like a while ago, and it popped up on my YouTube timeline here. I just want to give my condolences to the family of Ted Turner.
Yep.
Yes.
Ted Turner passed away a while ago. For the people who don't know who Ted Turner is he was the owner of CNN, and you know he was the former. He used to own a lot of things. He was a former owner of Cartoon Network, and you know he was this big media person. You know, not media but like cable. Like when it came to cable television, he had his hands all in that. You know, owner of CNN, owner of Cartoon Network. When it came to sports, he was the owner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Hawks basketball team. But when it comes to pro wrestling, he was the owner of WCW.
Mm-hmm.
When he brought the Jim Crockett promotion and he renamed it WCW, he was the owner of that. He was a key figure, obviously, in the Monday Night Wars, and the man nearly put Vince McMahon out of business. So I just want to give my condolences to him and his family. If you guys don't know who Ted Turner is, look him up. Kind of explain some of his stuff, but his impact in pro wrestling, like I said, in the Monday Night Wars, the WCW versus WWF, like he was a big part of that. And you know, we as fans would have probably never would have gotten the great stuff that we got in the late '90s during the Monday Night Wars if it wasn't for Ted Turner. So my condolences go to him and his family, and rest in peace, brother.
Complete fact. Complete fact. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of the show. Go to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. Well, you know, thank y'all for joining us tonight. You know, we know we're a little late, but you know, things happen. Shout out North Boy.
Fuck North Boy, never stop.
No, fuck you. See, don't talk about North Boy like that.
But you know,
tell his man to do his job better and stop.
You know, check North Boy and E out. You know, tomorrow or Tuesday, whenever they're gonna do this shit.
Tuesday morning.
For the Raw
it's gonna be Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Catch them on Tuesday afternoon for the Raw side stream. Catch me and OC on Friday nights. Hopefully, if they don't make us go to Stanford to fight them with these trash storylines.
Yeah. So just a quick reminder, as I just said, it's gonna be Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night for the Raw stream. I decided to pick up some extra hours tomorrow for work, so I won't be able to do the show. I'm doing a 12-hour shift tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. So, but as part of the deal, they gave me Tuesday off, so I'll be off all Tuesday. So I already told Northboy about it, so we're gonna do the show. I guess Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, whenever Northboy is ready to go. That's when we'll do the Raw stream.
No problem.
If that nigga ain't sleep.
Bruh.
He ain't you.
Where is he at today? That's all I'm gonna say. Where are you at today?
This is a one-time incident.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
One-time
thank y'all for
incident.
joining us.
Right.
Catch them tomorrow
Leave my
on
twin
Tuesday
alone.
afternoon with No Fun E. Catch me in OC on Friday nights.
Yeet.
Gingerbread man.
Fuck the gingerbread man. You
Oh.
know, be on the lookout for streams on our personal channels. Collaborations
one
may
on
be
Tuesday.
happening. Just be ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Collaborations.
Yep.
Collaborations, my boy.
With who?
Don't worry about it.
But, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Happy Mother's,
Mother's
Day to
Day.
all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Well, you know. Oh, we still good. All right, we still good.
My child
Happy
on
Mother's Day.
top. Oh Jesus, my child on top turnbuckle. Get down.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you on the next one.